Welcome back to Romance the Woe. This is your girl, Charley. Today we're going to do a gay monster romance. This is the latest from Grae Bryan called Wreaking, Havoc, Demon Bound, Book 1. Hit it!
Grab yourself a book, turn the lights down low. It's time, everybody, for Romancing the Woe.
Okay, so it's Romance the Woe. It's your girl, Charley. This is the latest from Grae Bryan called Wreaking, Havoc, Demon Bound, Book 1. Now, the premise of this is actually I thought was really great because the whole thought is, okay, so Sasha's like considered the spoiled youngest brother of a mafia family. You have the leader is Ivan, his oldest brother, and there's Alexei, and then there's Sasha. Now, Alexei has left. He didn't want to be part of the mafia anymore. He's found a vampire lover named Jay, which I will review that book in the future. So anyway, so Ivan is really angry because he feels like he's kind of stuck. You know, he's running this empire. In his way, I feel like he probably thought he was protecting his brothers because his father is pretty much a horrible person, a very violent person. So I think Ivan felt like he was protecting his brothers, but that's not quite how they see it. So Sasha's the youngest, and even though he was the only one who got to go to university and everything, because his father was shielding him, so Sasha hasn't been able to use his business degree at all. He's kind of just considered like, here's some money, go out, go to the clubs, be frivolous, but then we're going to punish you basically for you being frivolous and going to clubs and not being part of the mafia family. Even though we're not going to include you. So it's kind of like he can't win either way. So what happens is Sasha one day stabbed by an enemy of Ivan's. So in order to protect his brother, he sends him away to Maine. So he sends him away to this area where it's kind of like a tourist trap. So like during the season, of course, there's tons of people there, tons of things to do. It's Maine, which is gorgeous, by the way. I've been there. So, but when it's not tourist season, it's pretty much dead. There's not a lot of people there. There's nothing for someone like Sasha really to do. He's bored. He's in his home. So one day he hears this noise in the attic. He goes up the attic, and long story short, he finds a book. So he accidentally summons a demon. The demon Kai. Now Kai is blue. He's got long dark black hair. He's got all these intricate designs on him. He's 7 feet of all these muscles. Of course, he's a hottie and everything. So the whole point of Kai is that he's a demon. He's bound. Now, what has happened is he normally is in the void, and basically you just sleep there. And you wait to be summoned. So you have Kai, you have Incubus, you have Nightmare and Chaos, which I'm so hoping that they all get their own book, which I'm assuming is next. So I'm there for it. So anyway, so what you do is when you're summoned, you go in there and the person will say, normally it's a king or a warrior, and they're saying, oh, go kill my enemy so I can become wealthy or more powerful. He does it. He gets a piece of their soul, then he can go back to his world. And now the whole point is you get so much of different people's souls, eventually go back to where you originally came from. And it's considered like almost like you're above everyone, and it's an honor and it's a privilege, and you have all this, you know, kind of like you can brag about it basically, because this is what demons do apparently. So Kai summoned by Sasha. Everyone knows, you know, again, Sasha does plan this. He has no idea about demons. So the interesting thing about them is Sasha, again, is this person who is supposed to be one way, but he's really another way. Everyone's always left him. In his mind, his mother abandoned him. You know, of course, his brothers aren't there for Alexei, who he, probably the closest brother he had, left because he didn't part of the mafia. Well, when he left Sasha. Everyone always leaves Sasha, and he's been traumatized by things he's seen. Like there was an incident in his childhood, so now he can't stand the sight of blood. He gets, you know. So it's a situation where you have this person who basically is stuck where he's very needy, but he can't be needy because he's in a situation where like he would have long one-night stands because of course you can't really have a relationship because someone got close to you, you're not mafia. Here's how we met. Well, Ivan could kill him, and my brother's enemies could kill them. So there's all these things compounded on to poor Sasha. Now Sasha's a funny guy. He really is. He's kind of, you know, petite and everything, and he's, you know, he's very kind of feminine and everything, but he's so intelligent, he's so funny, and again, he craves being loved and someone always being there, because there's never been anyone in his life like that. Because Kai meets him, and he's kind of shocked that this is not this isn't a warlord, this isn't a king, this isn't a warrior, this is someone who's not going to be in battle anytime soon, in his mind. So he has no idea, like, really what Sasha wants. But the more he's with Sasha, the more he's like, he's intrigued by him. He's a mystery for him. And then he starts thinking, I want to protect this person. I want to be with this person. They're so loving and there's so much with them. And Kai's never had someone of his own. He's gone from person to person to person, and it's never been like, a loving relationship. It's always like, what can you give me? Well, Sasha's not really asking you to give him anything. Yes, Kai finds out that, of course, there's someone who's an enemy who wants to still hurt Sasha, because they never figured out who it was that was involved in the murder hit on Sasha. So there's all this drama going on with who did it, who's involved with it. Is Ivan part of it? Is it one of Ivan's enemies? And then, you have the added bonus if Alexei shows up. Shh. You gotta read the book to find out about Alexei and his boyfriend, Jay. So there's a lot going on. Of course, Grae Bryan does a great romance between two men. It's always beautifully written. The lovemaking scenes are just beautiful. They're gorgeous. The sexy, it can be very spicy and very soft and sweet when she wants it to be. So I highly recommend this book. This is apparently the first part of the series. I'm assuming Ivan and his person, I won't say who, gets book 2. Cannot wait for that. I can't wait for Nightmare Chaos. There's another character that's introduced in this book, so I'm hoping that they get their own book too. But you have to read this book to find out who I'm talking about. Again, I highly recommend this book. Anything by Grae Bryan. If you like a good gay romance, then you're really going to want to pick anything up by Grae Bryan. She's just so amazing at this. So I highly recommend this book. This is Wreaking Havoc, Demon Bound, Book 1. Until next time, stay safe and stay positive.